This is Meri at TheMeriAtelier, and it is Thursday morning. Welcome to my desk. Thursday morning, October the 2nd. Welcome to my desk. Welcome to my desk. I'm glad you're here. If you're here, let me get set up over on my notepad to see if anyone is here. And I'm hoping we have sound. Let me know if you have any issues with the sound or anything. Let me see. Let me go into my live streams. There we are. Good morning. Good morning. We got one person out there, and it's Arlene. Hi, Arlene. Can you? Oh, the sound is great. Good. Okay, well, I had an issue with sound on Dream Screen. I wanted to use Dream Screen this morning, but the sound isn't good there. I tried 3 different ways, 3 different phones, and the sound is dead on all of them. Hi, Karen. Welcome in, welcome in. So I've been cleaning, and I found papers from Erin. I attended her last sale, but this is from long ago, and I'm going to put together a journal this morning, and these papers are they in here? Let me see. I think they are in here. Let me see. Are these the ones I folded up? I've got them nice and folded up. I just gotta find them. I think what I have in my hand is not them. All right, well, we'll keep looking. I know they're in this box because I have that book in this box, so they might just be down below. There's a signature. I think I'm going to, I have this envelope that came from Ranger, and I thought that would make a nice journal. I might use that signature. That would fit in there. But I'm looking for my Erin papers. I must have put them all down below here. Here they are, because I folded them all up. And look at this, you guys. I might do some scanning this morning. She had sold these. I think there are 2 of them. And I might do some scanning and put them out in my public domain folder. Aren't those cool? We'll get to that a little later. There's 2 sheets of them here. There's another one. Just real cool images. Now, I purchased this from her, oh, it has to be a year, maybe even 2 years ago. But I'm kind of at a loss because I wanted to do my green screen this morning. I'm going to put all of this back and get this box off of the book. The box off of the table. Hi, Teresa. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. I think I sent off several feedback messages to YouTube because they weren't doing my sound, and I wanted to process my dream screens. It's still in beta. Here we go. These are smaller ones. I don't think I want these. These are the larger ones. This is what I'm going for here. I might incorporate some of those medium-sized ones. See, I'm going to use this book and these papers. I think I can incorporate some in here. But I need to make sure they're all the same. These are all Erin's papers. Erin, in the Erin Ducks. Erin Duck. Teresa Churches, happy lurking. Happy lurking. She says she'll be in the balcony. Okay, well, if you're up in the balcony, folks, welcome in. Let me refresh my chat filter. Sometimes I don't see everything. Arlene, Teresa, and Karen K is who I see, but I see 8 people up in the balcony, so you either haven't gone to bed or you haven't got out of bed yet. I think these are all because I worked pretty hard at putting them, but I want these to go this way. And I haven't decided exactly how I'm going to bind these. I'm just doing this as an unplanned project. I'm not prepared to work on the Inktober this morning. And the zines I'm doing in the membership area. So those are the 2 main projects that I'm working on in October. Besides my studio cleanup, which I'm struggling with because I'm trying to get all the boxes out of the dining room again, and I'm dragging everything back in here, and I'm not finding space for it, and it's frustrating me. I'm going to have to end up taking stuff upstairs that I don't want to take upstairs, just so I can have room in here. I'm just checking these to make sure they're all in the same order that I want them. These are beautiful papers. And they look thin, but I think they are copy paper. Because I think I have some of this 11 by, I think it's either 11 by 14 or 11 by 17 paper. Looks like 11 by 14. I think mine is 11 by 17. And I haven't slept at all from last night. All right, so what I want to do here is not this. This is going to go in here, I believe. And I'm going to make a separate journal out of this. That's going to go back in the box. But I can grab some of this smaller paper, the medium sized, which is, well, I've got both the medium sized and the, yeah, let's see what I have here. She's got some that is book print. I don't think I want that in here. And this one was torn, so I didn't use that. And these are scrappies in scraps. So I think I can use, these. We'll see what I can get out of that. Karen says, I'm in bed, but I can't sleep. Yeah, that's the way it was with me, Karen. I didn't sleep a wink last night. Not a wink. I kept thinking I should come on early, but I know that Pam, Ginger Cat Pam, is on, so I thought, well, I'll go on at 4, and then I got playing with Dream Screen. Look at that, isn't that cool? That's pretty cool. Do I want it to go this way or this? Well, looks like a bug. I think I like it like this. Let's check these out here. This one's okay. This one, I can either have it going down to the bottom or at the top. I like it at the top. Come on. So these I'm going to incorporate, and they're just a little bit, you know, they're half sheets. Insertions is what Donna, what was her name? Not Donna Dewberry. What was her name? The gal that did all those journal, oh, what was her name? I want to call her Donna. Used to watch her all the time on Wednesdays. Hi, Jersey girl. Arlene says, I have some of Erin's coffee-dyed rice papers. They are so nice. Yeah, these are not rice paper. These are copy paper. But I really do like them. Let's see if I can't get to some of these. Oh, these are the longer ones. So let's see what I can incorporate in here. Now I'm going to have to decide, do I want to do Coptic stitching or signatures? I kind of like that Coptic stitching in the fact that but these are pretty thin, and the Coptic stitching, I don't know, I think maybe I should do this type of thing. Wait a minute, I've got to, I think I'll probably need to build some signatures. Let's put this one in here, because it's pretty cool. And I don't know how many sheets I have here. I'm just going to build. Maybe one of those every 2 sheets. So I've got 4 big sheets, and this one's fairly large. I think I'm into the larger ones. But that's okay, we'll use it. Now, there's 2 large sheets and 2 small sheets. So that's 4. I think I have, let me reach down in here. I think this paper I got at the thrift store. It will make good paper to use with this. And I don't, because I can write on it for sure, I know, because I've used it before. So I'm going to put a sheet here. And maybe another one in there. So I've got 2 large, 2 small, and 2 of this kind of a squared, I don't know what type of paper that is, but I'll put it right in here. It's really a nice paper to write on, this kind of, but it's got a sort of a grid on it. All right, let's see what I have here. I have 1 large stenciled, 1 large plain, 2 large stencil, 1 small, 2, yeah, I've lost track. I think that's good though. I'm just gonna build them. And I'll probably just do the pamphlet stitch. One, 2, 3 stenciled, and 1, 2 of the graph, and I think 2 of the small. So 3 stenciled, 2 graph, and 2 small. That's what my head says. Ooh, I like this, but it doesn't really matter because it's going to open up. Let's see, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then one of these. And then I think a small. I shouldn't worry about it being the same. I just kind of want to get it the same number of sheets. And do I have 2 of those now? Yeah, 1, 2. And I think I'll put another small and another stencil like this. Ooh, this is a pretty one. Something like that. It feels a little thin compared to this other one, but maybe not. So I think I have 3 stenciled, 2 graph, and 2 small. Ooh, this is neat. And please forgive my hands. I think I still have some ink from my Inktober excursions. Okay, this one's pretty light, but... And this paper's pretty thick. I pick it up and I feel like I have 2 sheets. Looks like dyed wrapping paper. Are you talking about Aaron's or this? This is not dyed. This is kind of a graph paper. It's a grid paper, but it's a big grid. And it's nice to write on. Let's see. Let's do a small. Come on. Laura, are you crafting this morning? Arlene asks. Welcome in, welcome in. And if you're up in the balcony, welcome in. And then another graph paper. So that's 2. And another small. I love this, the dark edges here. And then another stencil. And I think I can write on this paper. Laura says, yes, I sure am, Arlene. I'm working on Twinchies for Beth Swap. How are you, Arlene? It's so nice to see you. It is nice to see all of you guys. I might try Dream Screen after I get this done and see if they... I know it's their issue. It's not my issue. It's not my issue because I checked on 3 devices and none of them work. So it's still... It says experiment on it, so it's still in the experimental stages. All right, let's put a small... Ooh, this is pretty. And another stenciled So that's 2 stencil and another grid. Another small. It's got a piece on it here. And another. I think that's 4 signatures. I've got quite a bit. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna stop after 6 signatures and see how it fits my. But I can always break the spine. I usually do break the spine. I end up saying, "Ooh, isn't this cool? I love the dark edges." Come on, open up. I love those dark edges. Another stencil. Another grid. It's gridded on one side and plain on the other. A small, sort of small, that isn't folded in the center. And another stencil. So that's 5. Ooh, look at this one. Isn't that cool paper? I love it. This one on there. A grid. A small. These smalls aren't. Well, I guess that's just, it's torn there, but that's okay. I'm not looking for perfection with these. Another stencil. A grid. A small, this is a small. And I guess one of these. All right, I think I have 6 here. And that's quite a few. By the time I get it just depends. Do I want to, I could probably get a couple, more in there. If I well, I don't know. Yeah, I think I can get a couple more because when I close it, it's pretty thin. Just even with the 1 inch. I'm going to do 2 more, I think. let's flip this over. I want to see if I can find any more of that. I might have used it all. Of this type. Here's one. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. And I'm being picky now. Well, actually, I guess I'll use that one. 1, 2, 3. All right, let me get these out of the way. And let me just fold a couple of these. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I'll get these out of the way, and then I need to, oh, that's pretty cool. Make sure that it's 1, 2, 3. Find another one that I like. Ooh, no, that's a little one. I like it, but it's too little for. Okay, now I can get these out of the way. And we can build these, I think. So we're going to use this one. 1, 2, a little one, or a short one. And then, come on, 1, 2, and another short one, or another. Stencil one. There we go. That one's kind of sticking out. I like this, how she's done that. I don't know how she did it, but I do like that, how it's done that. 2, short one. Oh, cool. And a stenciled. And one of these. And a short one. And I'm going to put another one of these in. I'm going to actually, because I got it out, I'm going to use it. This one will be just a teeny bit larger. There. Now, I think I want one like this as my top, and maybe a plain one, and that, and then one of these, and this, and that, and this, and that. So I think that's probably pretty thick. I mean, I can still add stuff in it. Now, let me put my papers back in the box. Or just behind me. And all my fabric is out in the other room. It's upstairs. It's out in the other room. What do I want to use for fabric? Oh. See, that's what happens when you clean. You miss stuff, and then you have to go hunting. I want some fabric. I don't know if I have any in here. Well, I'm lying. I have this beautiful fabric that Jacqueline sent me that I bundled up. Let me look. Give me a minute to look to see if I have any fabric that I want to use. Because I'd like some sort of, I like that Jacqueline sent me, but it's so plain. I wanted something. And these are all Jacqueline's papers in this box. Jacqueline and Debbie Epps. And in this box is more. You guys, you would not believe it. Do I have any fabric at all in here? Well, I have fabric in the back room. I'm going to step back in the back room. You don't want to see this room. It's worse than what? Because I have things scattered around. I have things scattered around that I want in here, and I haven't found a place for them yet. So therefore, here, you guys can stare at this for a little bit. I gotta go back in the back room and see if I can't find some fabric that suits me. I have to turn the light on. Let's see, what do I want to use? Oh, what do I have? I'm looking. I have some burlap lace. I have some quilted. I'm going to use that. I have some tempos, cigar paper, some flat from Tiffany, map. I kind of like the idea of the world map. What is this? It's the butterfly. We've got a lot of that world map. See, I'm doing this kind of on the fly because I wanted to use green screen. This morning I wasn't planning on doing this. Well, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time in here. If I can't find anything that suits my fancy, I'll use what I have. I've got green felt, lots of green felt. I think I'll use this matte fabric because it's closest to what I want, I think. All right, I'm coming back. I got work to do in this room. The problem is I don't have room. I don't have space for everything. I don't have a place to put everything, and that bothers me. I'm going to use this matte fabric on that book. Oh, let me look at chat. I'm so sorry I had to leave you guys for a minute. I was trying to shout at you. Hi, Jen. Hi, Becky. Good morning, Miss Becky. Laura's here. Arlene's holding down the fort. Laura's working on Twinchies. Arlene says, Laura, today is starting out good, and I love this cooler weather. Yeah. Becky said good morning. They're saying good morning to Becky. Jen says, good morning, Meri. I caught you right as I was leaving for work. I hope you and all here in chat have a wonderful day. And you too, Jen. Arlene says, I hope we will not be quizzed on what Meri is talking about. No way. Hi, Cynthia. Cynthia, I want to thank you so much for the Happy Mail you sent. I think you sent those beautiful owls that I've been using in my zine journal. All right, well, this is pinned up real nice. I think I did this when I was still watching Lucia, and she was showing how to put this fabric on cardboards. So I have some straight pins here. Whoops, there's another one. And that's been a couple years ago. So it's time to use this fabric up, right? See, she showed how to wrap it real nice. So, I don't think I need, what do I need here? I folded the signatures for those of you who just came in, and this is not a pocket. I'm not sure how she did this, but I really do like that division in there. And this came from, this paper is stenciled coffee dyed paper that I got from Erin. Most of it is, and I put some gridded paper that I got at the thrift store for writing in between. And I'm just going to make a journal, and I'm going to cover it with this matte fabric. And I think the matte fabric goes, I think if I put it this way it would be wrong. So it has to come this way. And if I cut here, I've got all my tools out over here. maybe, oh, come on. See, it's folded, but I can't, I'm going to have to go across. So maybe, I hate to, I'm thinking right here, because I hate to have a half of a world there. I think right in there will be the best. So I am going to cut. And I know I'm going to have more than I need, but I only need one. Let's just take it all out. Oh, and it's folded in here. I did this up real nice. Lucia taught me how to do that. But I started cutting it here. I guess I'll cut it all the way down. I should just cut it on the, no, I want to cut it here, which is about an inch off, and my big scissors are not here. They're over across the room, so I'm just going to use my little scissors here. And we're just going to cut down the, and I know I'm getting more than I need, but this fabric has sat in there for at least 3 years. So it's time to use this stuff up. Time to use it up. Okay. And I think I had it folded like this, and I had that cardboard tucked in, but I'm just going to put it under, like, no, I'm going to put it up like that. I think I had it inside, but I'm not going to fool with that now. I'm just going to fold it. Because. And now I don't need 2 layers of this. And I think I can get by with cutting it on this fold, one side on this fold, and on this fold. So that's what I'm going to do. Actually, it's a fold here. Let me take the book off. It's a fold here, like this. And I'm going to tear it. I had planned to do something else, but YouTube spoiled my plans. It's all their fault. I'm going to try it here in a little bit and see if they fixed it. I know it's not me. It's not me. All right, this I'm going to put back. So I don't need this. And I'm just going to put it back on that. On this. Like this. And let's see what I have here. I don't need all of this, but this I'll just save in my, I have to decide what side I want. Probably this, but it depends on where I want my world. I think I want it up a little. So if I use this as the front cover here, and about like that, and about, no, well, I'm going to tear that, I'll tear this salvage end off. I think I got pretty much the right size here. Let's see. To tear some of the, this is much too wide in here, but let's see. I really wanted those two worlds to show on the front, so about, I can make it about an inch. That's good. And then over here, I'm going to have to allow for the now. That's kind of how I want it, because I get the compass, the two worlds, well, part of this world's going off, but, and I get the ship, and it's a map of the world on global projection, something, something, something. I need my clips is what I need. But if I take this and tear on that fold, then I'll have maybe just a little off of the, well, I've got to allow for that. I think I'll tear this on the fold here. And of course you can always use this for slow stitch, or that's kind of a cool, let's see what this is. It's kind of a cool world right there with the ship. And the ship up there. An ocean liner ship. That would be nice for slow stitch. I got a thread going there. Now, because I want this, I want this kind of compass and these two worlds in the ship. So I'm gonna tear this book. I'm gonna tear this excess off. Let's take my book out and put it right here. Maybe up a little. So I'm going to tear the back. I'm not as concerned about. I've got enough here to fold over. And I've got, well, that's going to take up some in there. I think I'll have enough though. I'm going to tear right above this compass, which falls right about where this line is here. So I'm going to tear this. And we'll see what I end up with in the end. And see, this is not as, well, I like this and this, but these are kind of weird in here. This one is okay, but these are just kind of half worlds or top of the world to you. What did I do with that other one? All right, so now let's do this one. I'm going to turn it this way. And I can, how far up? No, I don't want to move it too far up. So maybe right in here at this line. Maybe in between those two. Tear it here. This fabric tears nice. It gives me a few threads, but not as bad as some of the others that I've torn. All right, so now, if I've done this correct, I should be able to have enough here and enough on the side, and to flap over here and to flap over here and in there. So I'm going to leave, I don't need a whole lot here. In fact, maybe just like that, because it'll give me more of my world. And I'm going to, if I can keep this world on the edge here, yeah. So, yeah. I need my clips. I reach for the bobby pins just to kind of hold it. I did not plan to do this morning. I'm still cussing out YouTube. I just want to kind of clip it here. Actually, I want to clip it down here. Down here. Because I want to start gluing there. Now, do I have enough? I think I do. I might want to pull it just a little down. And I'm going to start gluing. Well, that's actually more than I need. Let me pull it this way a little more. See, I just need about like that. I'm going to temporary clip this. Temporary hold. Yeah. And I'll put a piece of paper over this so that this isn't torn straight. I don't know why. And it can come down a little bit more because I've got all of this up at the top. So let's move this ship down. Put another bobby pin down here. And then I'm going to use Yes Paste to put this down. And Yes Paste will iron out any of the wrinkles. It's pretty good. It's kind of a, it's got a little moisture in it that will smooth out the wrinkle if there's any wrinkling. There's not much wrinkling in this, where it was folded on the cardboard mostly. All right, now I'm going to flip this over. Do I have enough? Let's see. Hold on. I might have to pull it a little more because I've got an awful lot that way. So let's... right here, and I still have enough here, and I think I'll have enough over here and enough in there. And I need to straighten my boat out. Where's that other bobby pin? there. So now I'm going to glue this down first, but I need to make sure that I'm good here, and I will be. Yeah. So temporary, I'm going to clip this. I'll be gluing this way. Okay, take them off the right way, Meri. And this is just kind of to hold it temporary. I need my binder clips. I have them. I just don't have them out. All right, that's good. So now I want to start gluing this. And it's not straight, but I'm going to use paper on it. It's fairly straight. I might pull on this a little, tug on that a little, but this is cut crooked. But I'll put paper over this. So let me stop and look at chat. Chat filter, all messages. See, Jen is here, Cynthia's here, Arlene. Cynthia says hello to Arlene. Cool fabric, that fabric is lovely. I've had this for a long time. I don't know where I got it, but I do like it, and it will go with that paper that I'm going to use. Cynthia, have a blessed day. She says it's time for me to get busy. Okay. And I've got so many things out here. What I should do is just take all of these and put them in a box and put them behind me because they're in my way. I'll keep the scissors out. This is how I lose things. This blade can go back in the drawer. I'm just going to put all of these in a box for now, so I have room to work. I mean, reach for a box, Meri. Oh dear me. I took all my empty boxes. I have a whole bunch of empty boxes, but I took them out in the back porch to take upstairs. See, that's what happens when you clean. You need something, and so you're digging for stuff. I've got this cigar box. What's this? That's Jacqueline's. A box of Jacqueline's Happy Mail that I was going to go to. I don't know what's in this cigar box. That I think there's room to put those pens and pencils. And I can't. Oh yeah, there's pencils in there. It must have had drawing stuff in here. Yeah, graphite sticks, pens and pencils. This was a drawing box. But I'm going to put these things in here just to get them off my desk. And my carving tools. And this is my phone that goes, I don't want to lose that. That's my S Pen. And I will put this elastic. It needs to be, this box needs to have a piece put across here, because it's all out of shape. It's an old box. It's got an old Santa Claus on it. handmade imported. All right. And I'm going to keep that close by because it's got things right off my desk that I don't need them now. Oh, I forgot a pencil. And my Yes paste right here. And I do have a palette knife. Let me get a paper out here. Paper towel. And I'm going to start gluing on this side here, right in here. And maybe there's a reason I didn't put that pencil away. So I'm going to mark it here. And I'm going to, because I'm going to put paper over here, I can kind of be free with my marking. And right in there. Woo! Now I think I'll throw this away because I can put fresh on it when I'm done. And I am getting down there as far as glue, but I'm pretty liberal with my glue. I don't need that much. I'm pretty liberal with it. They say you don't need a whole lot, but I tend to put a whole lot on. Come on, don't do that to me. Spread it out a little. Now I'm putting this on a glossy cover. I don't know if that's going to affect my gluing or not here with the fabric. I'm hoping that it won't. Let me lift this corner up. That's really more glue than I need. I'm going to start here in the center, I think. And I should probably all right, now I'm going to turn it over. I'm going to undo. Penelope, she says, "You took my jingle bell, Meri." Yeah, it tends to fall off. I'll put her way over here before I knock her off the counter. Now I'm going to have to take these off to get to over here to where I want. That was just kind of for measuring purposes. Because what I want to do now is come way over here and start gluing from this side. Get the strings off. Okay. And I think I'll just do a little at a time. I want to welcome you all in. Thank you for spending a part of your Thursday morning with me. I sure do appreciate it. Hi, Lala. Welcome in, Lala. Blanket hellos back to you. Oh. Lala's been starting to put stuff, do videos. She's working with Lizzie. You're going to be on tonight. Is that right, Lala? Thursday night. I think I saw a short from you saying that you guys were going to be on tonight. I don't know what time, but you're free to announce it. Make sure I get my corners good. And yeah, I always get too much glue. Let's go over to the folk. Let's do the folklore. I really do like this cover, but I'm not going to try to save him. That would be too much trouble for me. Too much figuring out. Oh, you know, it may not be. Let's get that glue off of there. Because I may be able to take my knife. Let's put this on first. I won't be able to do the circles, and I've already glued that, so I'm not going to worry. But I may be able, well, let's do this first, because I don't want that glue to dry while I'm... Now, I'll just pull this back a little. And it's a little sticky there, but I'm thinking I can take my knife. I've done this with a Reader's Digest book before. And I don't know if this one is, it depends on how well they're glued down. I may not be able to do it with this one. And let's come out and get his hand. Sometimes I can get under this, but this one might be glued down too well. I did this once with a Reader's Digest book, and it came up really nice. This one has a glossy. I don't think I'm going to be able to get this one up. Yeah, he's pretty well down there. I can't get him up. I can't save him. I had a Reader's Digest book that I was able to cut the whole cover out of it and still have the book board. But this is glued down way too nice for me to do that. So I'll just continue on here. What did I do with my palette knife? On Lizzie's channel at 6 p.m. on Lizzie's channel. And I think Arlene dropped a link to Lizzie's channel. So there you go. We're seeing more of you in real person, Lala. Good for you. That's way too much, but maybe I can get it all across this whole piece here. We need to go under this a little. Usually I could tell, you can tell what by the feel of your palette knife. It's real slick here, and you can tell it drags more where the glue is at when you're gluing this stuff down. You can tell when you put glue on there. And lift this up. Kind of get it off of my knife there. All right, I think I can put this down. I can also tell by the lighting. So I think I'm coming right about to just a little over where that tree arch is. I'm going to sneeze. I'm going to sneeze. Achoo! Excuse me. I sneezed into my elbow. My hands are clean. All right, I'm going to come right over here to the edge of the book. I'm going to sneeze again, I think. One sneeze wasn't enough. This is kind of spur of the moment. Spur of the moment bookbinding. I didn't plan to do this morning. But what I planned, YouTube spoiled for me. I'm blaming them on this one. Because none of my devices worked. I think that's pretty good. Let me, got sticky fingers. Go put this up a little. I should clear everything off my desk when I do this. Yeah. Now, I have to do I gotta get in the gutter there and the spine. So, I'm gonna bring it down this way, but I need to get in here. I almost want to use my fingers here to get in there. Can't get enough on my... I guess I got it. Now let's go on the spine and then it's a Reader's Digest book. I think I had 2 of these. American Folklore and Legends. Alright, let's see what I've done here. Get this glued down pretty good. Yeah, I think so. Now, but I still have the other side to do. putting it right in the gutter there. Oh, I paid $2 for this book. Maybe I should leave that on there. I think I will. Somebody might tear this cover up and find, oh, there's a $2 price tag there. All right, I think I got glue all in there, so I'm going to come out on the other side a little. Well, it has glue on it, but yeah, I think that's going to work. I might put some more in, just right there at the bottom. Right in there. Arlene says it is perfectly acceptable to blame things on YouTube. Even if it ain't their fault, because it usually is. Well, I think this one is their fault because it didn't work on any of my devices. It was the sound in Dream Screen. And they're still experimenting with that app. And usually, when I very first started, I didn't have sound. And I typed in the help box, no sound. And I thought maybe AI caught it and turned my sound on. Because I got sound in I could play YouTube videos, I just couldn't get the sound to work in Dream Screen. And so I'm pretty sure it was, because I could go to my channel and play my videos, and I could go to other channels and play their videos and have sound, and it would process a video. I would get a picture, and I'd process the picture into a video, but I got no sound. So I sent them 25 messages. There's no sound. I tried it on all my devices, and there's still no sound. I uninstalled YouTube and reinstalled it. I cleared the cache. I turned my phone off and on. No sound. It works every place else. Only you can't tell them all that because they say, you've exceeded your character limit. You can't tell me all that you've done because you've exceeded your character limit. I'm done listening to you. I see a white. I'm very sensitive to that. There's a white going down. See, there's a white part of the globe there, and it comes down to the white sails and hits this white here. That area there has a white strip. All right, I'm just about to the end here. Oh, got paste. And I like to get my paste off of the sides And, you know, and sometimes when I say I have too much, I scrape it off that way. And when I come back and grab more paste like I am now, I try to grab that area. I'm going to pull that back a little and glue in here. But I'm pretty good about getting around the edges now. Yeah, I got some in there. Quite a bit. Yeah. But I don't mind being liberal with this. It's expensive. I mean, this 32-ounce jar has gone up to like $50 some. It used to be, gosh, it used to be $35. I remember when I paid $35, $38, and then it went up to $40, $45, $48. Now it's up there in the, I wouldn't be surprised if it was $50, $55. I got a hair on this, or hair or string. We'll call it a string. I listened to this lady who's an herbalist, and she was telling about, she got Lyme disease when she was younger, and she's been using herbal remedies to heal herself. You know, that's needs some smoothing out. And but yesterday when I was listening to her video, she was talking about rosemary. And because I'm getting older now and my hair is getting thinner, and rosemary, if you make you soak it in oil, you dry it first and then you let it sit in oil for a month or so, and then you put it on your scalp, and it's supposed to help your hair grow back in, thicken up a little. And she said it worked for her. And I remember one of my colleagues in Wisconsin saying the same thing, only she wasn't an herbalist. She just had a problem with her hair, and I think her sister put it on to using rosemary. And so I've got some rosemary growing out in the garden that I'm going to go pick and dry before the winter's over with. I think I'm going to like this a lot. So I want to get out there and get it trimmed back. I don't think it'll come up again next year. I think I'll plant some in the house. You can grow that stuff in the house. Let's see, I want this kind of not straight. I'll put my finger there. Bring it down to, come on. Yeah, about to there. And I was thinking I could hang some of that rosemary to dry up on my white room divider on this side of the room. Not on the living room side, but on this side. This has gotten a little crooked, but I think I'll still have enough to take care of it. Because I'm going to put paper over it anyway, so... Oops. My fingers are sticky now. I don't think it'll, because I tore it straight, I just glued it crooked. Let's start on this side, but I'm going to have to clean my hands here. Oh, don't knock everything off, Meri. I've got quite a stack over to the side of me again. I could clean it off every day, and the next day it would be a mess again. Alrighty. So I want to cut. I think I want to cut right in here. And then I'm going to fold this. And will that work? I think that'll work. Now all of this unevenness will be covered up, so I think I'm good there. I'm not too sure about this, but I think it'll be okay. Oops. Scrap paper. Comes right about to there. And if I were really good about it, I'd let this dry before I did this other side, but I'm not that good about it. And I'm going to take some and spread it on the fabric itself. Maybe get some under there. Now, I'm going to fold this just a little, I think. I think maybe I'll lift this up and put a, if I can. This Yes paste has, I think Becky looked it up for me, or looked it up in one of my streams, or told me in one of my streams that it has 15 minutes of open time that you can play with adjusting things if you need. And let's see, I'm not happy with this corner. That under a little more. There. That's better. Now, let's turn it this way. And I guess I'll do this corner next. I think I'll cut some of this off. It is crooked, but it looks okay on this side. These look even. It's just that I didn't have it perfectly straight here. Cut. Tear a little of this, maybe. And I'll stop in here, because this will get covered up. Alright, now I need to deal with this. String on my fingers. She's got strings on her fingers. Bells on her toes. I don't have any bells on my toes. This scissor does not cut fabric very well. I can't see where I'm going. Now this can come in a little like that and then over like that. And I think this will be okay in there. Let's work from the spine forward. Strings. There's string here. Now, I'm gonna kind of push him at an angle. And down. There we go. I'm liking it so far. So far, so good. Now let's do the other side. Lala says, silly pop-up, and then I lost the stream. Oh yeah, those ads. I haven't gotten around to, I have not gotten around to disabling those ads in my live stream. I'm so sorry. Oops, that might be too much. Boy, I'm really did it there. I think I can mend that though. I always have to make some mistake. Let's glue that down and then put this over it. So let's start, get all these threads off. Okay, I think I can fix that. I'm gonna work on this first. I'm gonna glue this down, glue this, kind of pull on it. There, and then I'm going to take this piece hopefully that isn't going to stay. I tore it too much. And how much do I need? It gets a little stringy. It's not as bad as some of the other fabrics I've seen. Gets on my thumb. I can't put it right there. I don't know if that's gonna save it or not. Let's do this side. Little scraps on my desk. I never seem to get them all off when I'm working. That's why they stay on my sticky fingers. Get off of there. And I'll cut this corner. I'm going to have to clean my fingers. Yeah, I'm going to have to glue this down a little bit better. Got strings on my finger. Under that. There we go. Now I'm gluing it upside down. Please forgive my fingernails. I was working with that ink. I've got to clean my fingers. Here, they're all sticky. Sticky, sticky, sticky. You can't do much when your fingers are sticky. So this will be covered up for the most part. I need another towel. Now I have to bring that paper right up to there. Now this one can go back over here. I might put a piece in there. Where are my scissors? Cut this. Get off of my finger. Okay, let's put some glue on the underneath in there. Got it on my kind of fold that. Now, let's take care of this. And it comes way over to, oh, almost meets that other line. Except I've got a raggedy end here. I don't know about it. Cut it. My scissors are not sharp enough to cut this fabric good. It'll cut my fingers though. Maybe I can just fold that under a little. Not much. And I said, Meri, you know why we're not cutting good. You got it all gunked up. I'm going to gunk you up again. I can't get that. Those little threads there. I'm going to try to tuck them under. I don't need to go too far over. I might just end it right here. And I can use this piece over here to add some width to that. I kind of goofed up on that. I tore it wrong. but I think I've saved it for the most part. The spine will go in there. Right in here, it's messed up. Not too bad right there. Right there where I was struggling with my scissors. It's better. Still a little in here. Okay. Let's put some glue under that. Oops. I forgot that was 2 pieces. Yeah. Looks okay on the outside. I'll be having the spine going down that way anyway. And this will be covered up too. So, let me do a little cleaning here. I think for the most part it's okay. And I think this area down in here will get covered up when I put the paper and the spine on. So I'm just going to leave this for a couple minutes and clean up my mess, come out and look at chat. Give me a minute here. Oh. Get some wax paper out. For my yes paste. I'll be getting it out again, I think, so I'm not going to worry about tightening that too much. And I've got some little fabric pieces here. Stuck on my fingers. Clean my hands again. I have some alcohol pads out in the other room. I need to bring some, put them in a little tea box or something. Still got it on the tip of these scissors. Okay. So let me look at chat. I'll let this dry a little, then I'm going to put some fly paper over here. I'm not sure what I'm going to use. Let's see. Let me refresh chat. Top messages, chat. All messages. Laura says, I understand, Joyce, but I know how paying it forward blesses everyone. And I remember how it feels every time I get a happy mail. I have a small rack. Oh, talking about Lala. I crochet everywhere. I make placemats for the homeless. Lala says, I wish I could afford postage, Joyce. I really feel guilty. Oh, don't feel guilty, Lala. Is Joyce sending... Let's see. Laura says, wonderful coloring view. Hi, is it coloring view? Hi, coloring view. Welcome in. I do that also, Lala. I've been on here for 15 years. Lala says, like coloring view said. Please remember, like, comment, share, subscribe. Thank you, ladies. I can only repeat what Jacqueline says. The like, comment, share, subscribe is the greatest compliment that you can give any of us, any of the hosts, and even the moderators too. You guys work pretty hard. Coloring view, welcome in. I didn't see you come in. There's Juju. Hi, Juju. Becky said she'd be back in a bit. Angie said, what did Angie say? She says, hi, Aunt Beck. I hope I didn't lose it. Becky said, I'm having to go back now as I need to go get groceries so I can be back here by 10. Let's see, today is what, Thursday? I think 10, I think she's in a crafting chat. Becky is. 10 o'clock on Thursday on YouTube. I think Pink Girly comes on YouTube at 10. But I think Becky's in a crafting chat. Now, I have some paper that might look nice on here, but I don't know if it's the right size. And let me go over here and see if I can find it. It would be in my book that I use for the Good Diggity Creators. And I printed it off on sticker paper. And it was too big for the book I'm using, so let's see if I can, it's probably down at the very bottom. If I go down to the bottom, yes. One. Are both sheets here? Yes. Let me, boy, things, I need to take all these boxes back out in the other room. This is what I have. Boy, I'll tell you, it just fits. But I'm going to put that spine, that fabric spine on there. And I could make it wide enough. I'm going to cut this down, trim it. And I've got two. And I've got these too, but these are smaller. Let's see. And I got it upside down, but hold on. Get my trimmer out. And I want to cut it right down. This is sticker paper, so I'm hoping it will stick. I'm going to cut it right down the center. I think. Oops, maybe not. It's not quite center. There we go. And I'll turn it this way. And this one will go this way. And then when I put my spine on, I'll use this fabric on the outside. I think this will fit. Do I have that locked? Yeah. Put this back. I'm going to try it and see. I made a mistake with this, and sure enough, I can use it now. And I'm going to leave the white on it. I'm not going to try to... Did I get under it? No. Sometimes it's a trick to get there. No. I want to make sure I have it right side up. And I should have peeled this side first. I had it right the first time. Luckily it isn't too hard to turn it around. Alright. I'm going to put it right there. And hopefully, yes. Just fits. Now maybe, hopefully the other side will just fit. These are flowers, floral in here. It says mint family, catkin family, heath family, types of fruit, and I don't know what that says. It's upside down. This says strawberry. It looks like AOWAN. And over here, I think these are florals. It says daisy, pea family, daisy family, and rose family. That says corolla. I'm not sure. This says DRACK, and fibrous roots, and buttercup. And in here it says LOFTS FOST. I can't read the writing on it. Ragwort. So it almost looks like a map, but it's really, and I should have put this side over here, but it isn't going to matter because I'll be opening the book. So the thin sides are both coming to the outside. So let's go ahead and do this. And I sure didn't plan this today. I didn't plan on doing this at all. I don't feel like doing Inktober. I don't feel like doing the zine. I think that'll work. And then I still have this. I'm not going to put it back. I'm going to put it with my scraps. And then, now this is too thin, but I have another piece, don't I? Yes, I do. Well, I have this. Let's put these two together. This will go in my slow stitch. Both of these pieces will. I have from here. So let's tear the spine off. Not the spine, the salvage. I guess I might as well take it off the, maybe I can do it. And then here to, yeah, I better take it off. Oh, it's off. Here, and I'll need some room in there to, do I have it upside down? Well, it looks right side up here. Over to, I want to be sure I leave enough for the spine. Now I think I'll glue this down and then have another piece, for my signatures. This can come over a little. So right under this and right over to about to there. Let's fold this up. I should probably measure. And I need to allow a little for the gap in there. Probably about a 1/4 inch for the gap. Well, the gap isn't here, the gap is there. I don't need the 1/4 inch. So, from here to, oh, I'm not on inches. That's 4 inches. I think I'll make it about 4.5 or 4 1/4. No, it's 4 to there, it's 4.5 over here. I think I'll make it 5 inches. That leaves me a 1/4 here and a 1/4 there. I think that makes sense. Oh, and I've knocked something off on the floor. What did I knock off? Scissors. Oops. All right, I'm gonna measure 5 inches. That makes sense. Where my ruler is. Where's my ruler? I had it here a minute ago. My plastic ruler. Honestly. Well, I guess I'll use this one. Here it is. I prefer the plastic one because the light doesn't shine off, but boy, do I need to clean it. All right. So I think I'll use from this side, and I want to measure 5 inches. It should be right. Right in there. And I'm going to tear. Would that cover it? Let's see. Oh yeah, that'll more than cover it. And that'll allow for the gap. I might takes it way over to there, I might... Well, I'm off about a 1/4 inch. I'm going to tear it here, but then I'm worried about this. I'm going to go in between. Oh, got a string. Got a thread. Yeah, but just a teeny bit off. Let me fold this other piece up. I do like this fabric. I think I have some more of it. I probably got it a long time ago. A long time ago. How much do I need to tear or cut? Just a teensy bit. I don't know. If I glue this side down first, and then I might be able to use that up in the gap. It's just a teensy bit. Threads. I have a hard time tearing just a bit, but I might try. I just need like a 1/4 of an inch. Let's try it. And see what happens. No, it's coming. Yay! I get this little tag tie. And that should fit pretty well. Right in there, and I get the ship. Now, do I actually want to do it now, or do I want to put my spine in there? I need a spine. Let's cut this off first. And this is down here where, and actually that's not too bad now. Yeah, I'm not good at, I overestimate, and then I have to tear off little pieces. And this is crooked. Is it crooked up here? Almost to unravel it. So many threads. Get off of there. Hold on, I'm pulling threads. I'm surprised I can pull the small of a piece. That usually doesn't work for me. It's still just a little long here. But I'm going to, I think I'm going to put a spine in here now. And that would be an inch, I believe. From here to here. It's just an inch. Maybe just a teeny bit over, but the fabric will probably... Let's see what I have for paper for a spine, cardboard. Oh, see what I have in my box of scraps, which is completely full. Papers. This would be nice, but it's too short. And all of these that I discovered I can doodle on with my glass pen. That's nice and strong, but I don't know if I want to cut it. Papers. All of these. I'm just looking for some thick cardboard. Oh, you know what? I think I have it. Out here. I don't think here. This will work. I can put all this back. I just thought of it. See, I just can't throw this away. This is all sticker paper. And I can doodle on it now, or I can use it for addressing envelopes with by hand. But I don't know. I might as well write on the envelope, so I'll probably doodle on this. And some of it is from cutting out shapes. And more shapes. Some of this is probably could be thrown away. It's the slick backing. And look, here's some cardboard in case that doesn't work. Why I saved this stuff is another. I could throw most of this away. But you never know, you might need it someday. I got a bunch of it. Here, I should put all these things in the bag. But I just keep accumulating them. I should find a separate box for them. Just for these. Be less cumbersome. Maybe I will eventually. Come on, get out of there. I guess there's two of them there. Oh, jeez. I just can't throw them away, though. It's just against my nature here. See, I cut them at an angle. Oh, I do some of the craziest stuff. That one that fell, it's going in the wastebasket. All right, what else do I have here? All right, I think that's it. I didn't even need to get that out, causing myself more trouble than it's worth. because I have this and I have this. This is stronger, but it's wider, but I can cut it down. I think this one just fits. Cut. Well, I don't know. This is the right size if I heal that. Glue that onto there. Cut this first. I found an electric pencil sharpener at the thrift store. Our electric pencil sharpener stopped. He's had it for years and years and years and years and years. And it stopped working. And I told him I'd buy him one on Amazon. And when I went thrifting, was it last week or the week before? I don't even remember. I found an electric one. And I brought it home and I showed it to him, and he's a happy camper now with his electric pencil sharpener. Throw that away. I don't want it anymore. Now this just kind of fits. I might trim it just a little. Now, I'm just going to take this and put it in there to cover up that hole. And I'm going to use the fine art glitter glue. Hopefully that'll hold it. This stuff is pretty strong and it dries fast. Now, I want to put this in the center of this, and then I'll bind my journals to this. It's upside down. I didn't think it looked right. So I think I'll just do it a little at a time here as it's in the book. It seems like that's the best way to keep it centered. And I put the cap back on my glue. Put that up here where I know where it's at. that down a little. Whoops, it needs to come over. Maybe I don't have it in the... No, it needs to come over a little. I didn't do that right. I might have to go back and re-glue that. We'll do this. I guess I will go order some more glue because I seem to be using this an awful lot. That fine art glitter glue. Once you start using it, it's hard not to use it. You guys got me started on that. It's all your fault. I'm the innocent. All right, that looks pretty even. It looks like it fits in here. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to let this set for a minute, or 2 or 3. And let's throw this stuff away. We don't want it. And let me come out and look at chat. Let me refresh my chat. All messages. It's 8:22. So I'm leaving at 9. So I'm just going to keep working on this, because for me to get out something else and work on it would just be wasting my time. Jersey says, exactly, Angie, and I will help her do that. What did Angie say? Angie says, Laura, she will have to just get over that, because somewhere down the road she's going to have to use one. Laura says, we just got a family gym membership, and my son has been going with his friends, but I want to get my tush over there and walking on that treadmill. Yes, and the only thing is for walking is a little limited. She has a walker who we're talking about. Arlene says, once I became totally homebound and couldn't go to the gym, I found a recumbent bike on Amazon. No electricity is required, for cheap. Oh, that's good. Do you use that, Arlene? That's cool. Hi, Jackie. Jackie Hunter. Welcome in. It's good to see you if you're still out there. You're new to me. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Laura says, my mom is exactly the same. Let's see. Lala says, sorry, I usually struggle to leave the house anymore. And Laura said, my mom's exactly the same. I have to take her to the bank today, and she's so anxious. There's a lady on YouTube that you can watch, Angie, and she does walking at home, like in your house, too. Her name is Lucy something. Talking about going to the gym. We don't have a gym around here, but, you know, when it gets a little cooler, I think I'll get out. Well, mowing the lawn has helped me a lot. That's my walking, but I haven't mowed it for the last 2, well, I mowed it over August when we went down to the lake. It rained and rained and rained and rained. And it got so long that I couldn't mow it. And our neighbor guy had and he struggled even with his riding mower. And then I think I mowed it once after that. And then the last time it was mowed, his nephew mowed it for us. But if I don't get out there and mow it again, it's going to get long again. So, but that mowing, and I want to get out and I want our corn, our sweet corn is done. I want to get out there and pull out the stalks. I don't think I can pull the watermelon and the squash yet, which is almost taken over half the yard, the vining. But I want to pull that rosemary and tie it into bunches. I don't think I have a whole lot. I'm going to plant more. I'm going to plant dill and rosemary and lemon balm next year. Let's see. Let me go down to the bottom. Hi, Juju. Welcome in, welcome in. Lala, bless you. I tell you what, I don't love anything that's exercise, but I need to do it. Yeah. And that's right, Meri. Blame them all the time. I'm innocent too. Juju, you and I are just innocent. We're just, we put up with the rest of them. Okay. Well, I think, to me this looks like it's longer, but it looks longer over here too, doesn't it? So I think I'm going to have it fit in there, but I don't know if all my signatures now will fit on this, because I made 2 extra ones. Let's see what I have. Let me reach up here above everything. Of course, I piled things on top of it. Well, they might fit. Now, I'm wondering, I can't really do Coptic binding here. I'm either going to have to Coptic bind these and stick them on here. That's probably what I'll do. I need a back to this, because it's going to be hard for me to get, how many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 8. But if I Coptic bind these, I can squeeze them together more than if I just try to do pamphlet binding and 8 of them over 1 inch. So I'm going to leave this just like it is. I probably won't do any more on that. But what I want to do now is measure out. I need a cover. And I think I'll use a folder here for the cover. I'll cut that to size for the back and the front. So let's measure these. See if I measure clear out to the, where's my plastic ruler? If I allow for, get out of my way. If I allow for that, oh, I could tear that. I want to come clear out to here. So if I come clear out to here, it is 7.5 inches, because this is 8. The half is right in there, and I can always trim off. So I'm going to say 7.5 by 9, and well, if I leave a 1/4 inch, it would be a 1/4 inch. Well, am I looking at inches? A 1/4 inch. 9 3/4. 7.5 by 9 3/4, and I can always trim it if I need to. So 7.5 by 9 3/4. Let's get my trimmer out. Oh. And of course this 7 is, it's going to be a bummer. 7.5. Well, no. Right there. And I'm going to cut both of them at once. And look, I can put that in my scrap. By 9 3/4, did I say, I think? 9 3/4. And then I need to cut it here, and we'll see if how that fits. I just need a front and a back to my and I could put fabric on them after I get it stitched on. I'm not gonna stitch it with the fabric, but let's see how they fit. I guess it's time to move this. It's a little big, and I'm going to shorten this page up. It's just a little, it's a little too big. It's sticking out. Did I get both of them? I don't think I did. No. If I can get that other one. Come on. Yeah. It's pretty. It's pretty paper. I love how it's torn raggedy there. Well, it's torn there too. I guess I'll just kind of tear that. All right, let's see how this signature fits in there. Now I can trim that down if I need. How does it fit in here? I might have to trim it. Of course I knock everything off. Let's put this aside for a moment and see how this would fit. Oh yeah, it has plenty of room. But I think what I want to do, I think you're supposed to make, when you do the Coptic stitching, you're supposed to make your cover fit the size of your signatures. Well, my signatures are, you know, ragged edges. Of course, I knocked everything down here. Let's just kind of mark wherever my pencil went off to. Mark right in. And I can always trim it. I can always trim this. So I'm going to go by this and by this. And I'm going to measure. I lost my plastic ruler again. It's clear and I can't see it. Here it is. It's either black or clear. And that is, well, not quite a, well, that's a cent, or those are, maybe if I go by the centimeters. 1 centimeter and 1 centimeter over here. And we'll connect these two. And let me get the trimmer out again. And I'm going to cut both of them at the same time. Where did I put the other one? Uh-oh. No, they're good. All right. Now, let me throw these away. And now I can use one of these for my measuring. Hold on. What time is it? 8:36. I still have time. This should be the size of this, and it is enough. And I will, once I get this all bound, I'm going to put this same fabric on this. Maybe not in here. I might put a piece of paper in here, like this. Let's put it like that. So now what I want to do is take this, and let's cut it to size here. Now I think she folded hers, but I'm not going to fold mine. I may end up doing it, but I just want it to, I'm going to draw with my pencil, but if I cover it with fabric, it won't show anyway. Let's get this out of the way. About, well, it's about a 1/2 inch. We'll go a 1/2 inch in. I do like this desktop. Thank you, Laura Vasquez, for, I like the measuring part of it. I lose things on it because of the black, but I like to be able just to measure a 1/2 inch there and make it match the 1/2 inch over here. Okay. So this is 9 3/4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9 1/4. Got to do my arithmetic. Half of 9 is 4 1/2, right? 4 1/2 and 4 1/2 is 9 1/4. I think I'm going to go in 4 1/2. So, oh no, let's go up about 1/8 here. just kind of in the center of those two. Maybe a little bit more. All right. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1/2 would be right there. And if I go in 1/2 of an inch from this line, that's about there, and then there's about 1/8 of an inch there, about 1/8 of an inch there, and 1/2 of an inch there, and that leaves me with 4. Now, do I want to do 2? Will that be too long? I think I want to do 1.5 and 1.5. No, that's not working for me. 1, 2, 3. That's an awful lot of stitching, but that makes sense. So we're going to do it 1, 2, 3, and then there's 1 inch there and 1 inch there. No, there's 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch here. Yeah. Here, 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 and here. And I want to do the same thing. It's going to be a lot of stitching, but so here, here, and here. It's 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Now I need to mark this. And I'm just free marking it. I'm not trying to be exact, although you want to be as close as possible, Meri, because these holes have to match up. Now I need to do the same thing on this other one. I need to go in 1/2 of an inch, but I won't have to be as crazy about it because I can use my guide. And then I can use this. And these should match up. We'll see if they do. Here, 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 here. And let's see if this matches up with this. Pretty much. So I'm going to write T, T, B, B. It should be about the same, but just for T and B. So this is my front cover, and this is my back. No, that's my back. So it goes like this. And this is what I did there. This is B, and that's B, and this is T, and that's T. So front, back. Well, no, I guess that's the front. Doesn't matter, they're the same size. So now I want to go in here and mark these the center of them. Now I could do one, and what they usually do is cut. That's why she folded it. I could fold this in half. That's why she folded it, because she did the center ones. I don't know if I can fold this in half or not. Get up there. It's gonna be a trial. Let's get a piece of paper. I want a piece of paper. Shall I open my scrap box? All right, at the top should be one. Oh, I don't want to use that one though. I could use that Allen's envelope. I just want a piece of regular copy paper. Not sticker paper. I could use that. And it's a little bit too long. Trim it. Hold on, I'm going to trim it at 2 inches. And here's my guide. I could fold this one if it didn't have that tab in there. That's what threw me off. And it's just as easy to cut another one. And fold this one in half. This way. And mark these. I should have made this out of paper in the first place. But I didn't. Where's my pencil? It gets buried. Okay, this is the top. So it would be right there, there, here, 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 and this is the bottom. Now let's see how that matches up with my markings here. Of course I have to fold it again. Well, a little off. Let's I could. Yeah. By the time you get down here, it's a lot off. Well, sort of. These are okay. Okay. Oops, which one was it? This one? This one. This one. Oops, that doesn't seem right. This one. I can't forget which mark it is. It's this one. Yeah, I should have erased them. Have patience, have patience. They'll eventually match up. All right, what time is it? It's 8:51. I still have a few minutes. So what I'm going to do is come in here. I'm going to put these out of my way. Put this out of my way. Make sure that these are as straight as I can. Let's see where the center ones are. That one's okay. All right. Because I'm not going to mark those, I'm going to put this in the center. Let's fold it. And I might use my bobby pins here just for my own cautions. When I work on a smaller journal, I don't really need a clip. But when I work on this size of paper, I need a clip. And my awl, did I put my awl away? I did. And I'm keeping an eye on my time. I'm going to punch one. And this is where you really should have a book. I very seldom work this large. Let's start down at the bottom. You should really have a book doing this, these large ones. Usually I work a little bit smaller. Do one more. Turn that around. Yeah. Did I do? Yeah. I'll come back through on the other side. And I think when I do the others, when I do the others, I will. This feels just a little taller there. I didn't really have it too straight, but I think I'll be okay. Now, I want to fold this, and let's see if I can clip. And go through here, 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 there, and there. Turn it around. And I might leave the bobby pins in these until I get ready to bind them. And what time is it? It is 8:55. I think I can do one more. So there's one, and I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it just like that, clipped. And let's do one more. And this is the top. So, not the center, this one's the center. And let's this paper feels just a little bit bigger. It felt that way on the other one too. I'm just going to kind of measure it in there. And let's clip it. I hate starting something like this and then not getting it finished. So this is Thursday. I'll probably work on this tomorrow morning. Unless I'm kind of disappointed with YouTube. I wanted to do something else today. I wanted to work on those steampunk. Come on, get in there. And these aren't going to be perfect because I'm not perfect. That's my excuse. I'm not perfect. I think I did this one. I got this all from Annie V. And, boy, I'll tell you, it's been a nice one. I've used and used and used it. Now I want to unclip this. Hold the papers together. Turn them over. And go back through. It just helps my needle find the way when I'm binding to do it. Punch these holes from both sides. I find that helps me a lot. Uh-oh, did I get out of it? For some reason I got out of that one. These are a little off. There we go. Now I'm going to hold on to these and put this bobby pin on it. Hold it until I bind it. So I've got 8 of these to do. I'm going to stop here and I'll work on these tomorrow morning. I'll finish these up. I don't know if I'll bind them tomorrow, but you can kind of see where the holes are matching. This one's paper here is a little shorter, but the darker paper is longer. So there we go, and it is 9 o'clock on the dot. Lori is coming on. Thank you, Lala. Brenda, hi Brenda Ashford. She says Walmart doesn't deliver out in the sticks. I've occasionally made pickup orders if I don't need produce, meat, or milk or vegetables. Okay, everybody, I want to say goodbye because I think Pink Girlie is. Do I see her out there? She may be waiting for me to get off. So have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. Central Time. Bye, everybody. Bye. Bye.